Yeah. Didn't work out for him. One bullet was always going to take him down. Anywhere on the body. A decent HE follow-up and a slight peppering of damage there, but still, full long control now for Navi. Orb establishing the pit means they can just fall back and go short if they'd like to. Don't have to commit to this.
Considering just hanging around top of the ramp, Nerds just ran no man's land straight across towards Car where they're trying to pepper through. They know someone's there now. He's poked up his head, continuing to hit shots. We'll take SDY, bit on the trade, 35 on the clock, and still an opportunity right now for Endpoint. Crucial's here, Surreal not too far away.
Have they got a secondary smoke? Because otherwise, one of them just doesn't really do anything. But I guess allows them to get closer to the corner. This crossing is going to be a bit of a nightmare here. Here we go. They'll have to throw the Molotov down and jump over, and that's what I mean. Allows them to get closer to the bomb site. This could be a second kill for Crucial. Electronic is very low indeed. The tag team duo, though, simple. With full health. Advantage I'd still give to Navi at this one. Crucial needs to wait for his teammate to arrive. Surreal's coming up towards shore. Electronic resides in the pit.
It's not planted for Electronic. It's behind the single box. I don't know what he's going to do from here. Simple needs to tuck in towards the site. Electronic needs to take contact towards spawn. Or Endpoint could steal this one away. That is a huge spot. Surreal's aim has just been on point this series so far. And look at the plan. Just get on the bomb. Just sit it. All they have to do is get past this line of sight, and it is done and dusted. It's going to go for the 10-seconder. It's not going to be too many issues. Electronic, not known to be an AWPer.
He did hit him, to be fair. But yeah, maybe a headshot against... Oh, he had no helmet as well. Maybe if he got a headshot, he could have done it, but I don't even think then. Wow, what a round that was, Chad.
It's just, even when I saw the plan, and Electronic doesn't have many options, right? Like, he either ducks back to pit on the low HP and tries to defend, or he stays close. Either way, it just didn't feel nice. It was very squirmish towards long for the long. But this shot here, bang.
Good shot, very nice.
It's not an easy shot to hit, so good stuff from Surreal confirms this round. Crucial knows he needs to step out on that AWP bullet. Perfect teamwork, and Navi back in with another buy here. Level again, 4-4.
And that's the opening kill, this time going in favor of Navi. For the first time, I would say. They've had equal trade, sure, but this is the first clean entrance they've had. And they'll be boosting onto blue box as well. Flashbang for the corner. No further CT presence detected. Just Crucial. He's got the AWP on the A side, which is fine, but it means they have to be more proactive on the map now. They need to reclaim territory, and they've opted towards middle. Dust 2 is a very reactive map. If you lose something like long, and especially a frag, do need to give yourself an advantage elsewhere. That will do nicely. Nerds comes around the corner, discovers the bomb. He can't hold on to it.
It's going to still make it Navi sweat bullets here a little bit, knowing that at this point it's already been rumbled. They know where the bomb is, they know long control's taken, and if they want to try and return to B, they have to check every single corner.
That's what that reactive play is all about, just trying to find any sort of ring that will nullify their efforts and neutralize the situation. And at this point, they've completely done that. They can fall back safely.
The biggest key here is the util that's being held onto. Max has an incendiary, a smoke that can delay as well. The HE to soften them up. Kirby with an incendiary of his own. Crucial has util as well. So they can really stall them out. If Navi wait too long for this cross, this util can be dastardly on the cross.
Well, this time, Navi do have the smokes to get across this time. Remember, in the previous round, they only had the one, and you saw how badly that went for them. So, double smokes required. Crucial will lose his vision momentarily. They're just throwing them on the fly here as well. So he'll throw a smoke of his own to allow him to duck and weave, and there's the nade.
Perfect nade.
Lots of damage. Incendiary will follow up as well. We'll see how effective that's going to be. Mighty Max just trying to sit above them here. It's a great opening frag. Can he get the double? Makes a bit of a meal of it, but still, Nerds will back him up. And now it's just Bit, who is an excellent player with the AK-47, but only 10 seconds remaining. Bomb out of his grasp. He won't be planting here, Chad. And he said it's the utility game, and they managed to dunk the nade on top of them. A smoke to take away vision, incendiary on the ramp. It's stifling. And it's going to be Endpoint, looking like the better team in that round.
Yeah, perfect response, right? The mid-round aggression you highlighted was great. The util usage over towards the site was great. Navi are just hoping that the kills are coming their way, and Endpoint are not really giving them a whole lot. And maybe in these circumstances, they need to start acting like they are the better team. And I know that the discussion at the start, and you and I prescribed to this, is they'll do it by Blade's way, they'll do it by the book here, but they don't look confident in a lot of the fights that they're taking. And Endpoint have had to make that happen. They've had to make them feel that way, and that ancient victory plays a part in that.
Yeah, it's rattled Navi for sure. They weren't expecting this caliber of play, it has to be said. And this man has been influential in almost every single round. Another kill towards Simple. Their heads-up duels was quite interesting. I felt like Nerds has got the better of him in almost every encounter. He takes a lot of damage, but still alive and kicking. 5 on 4. And it was the mid-split that eluded them last time. But we'll see where Crucial is residing this point. He's got at the car position. They've actually got Surreal and Nerds inside the B bomb site. So the rifles are there. Be much more capable of holding off the pistols.
That was a CT smoke. Did Max just throw that from pit?
He might have done. Did it fly? Yeah, he might have done. I'm not
Did you just
sure.
try and hinge smoke from pit or something? Either way, deterred the mid to B. Crucial.
One more from Crucial would do that.
Yeah, nice little shooting gallery here for him, just peeling him apart. They'd love to get that bomb down. SDY starting to punch in the digits. Should be able to do exactly that. So there's the cash they were looking for. Now it's just the last 2 kills, and Kirby, well, he needs a couple to his name. That's his second so far in the map of Dust 2.
Perfecto won't be able to do much more. And there's the third. Kirby makes his name heard here on Dust 2. 6-4 now on the CT side, Chad. I think it's fair to say Dust 2 is one of the few, kind of say it's a T-sided map to some extent, depending on momentum.
It's just starting to get a little bit, yeah, Navi aren't looking themselves. They're looking all sorts at the moment. And obviously that is due to the fact that Endpoint are winning, but not like Ancient, right? When the score was 13-7, I still thought there was a chance Navi would win. I'm actually thinking Endpoint, maybe they can do it.
There it is.
Maybe they can, do it.
We've converted him. He's on board. The hype train continues.
Well, it's looking good at the moment.
Well, all the variables we described coming into this one. We need Endpoint firing on all cylinders across the board. Tick. We need both pistols going in their favor. Happened on Ancient, happened on Dust 2 as well. 3 for 3 on pistols. And at this point, a couple of clutches need to go in their favor, which has happened. They need to force back the Deagles and the Tech 9s. That's only really gone wrong once, and that was a couple of rounds ago, and they've rebalanced. It hasn't let them get inside their heads.
It didn't tilt them.
Exactly. They're still alive and well. And here we go. The AWP brought out once more. Hasn't had a massive impact on the T side, has to be said.
Rinse and repeat with Long, isn't it?
Yeah. Someday Young going to be making his presence known. This time has all the advantages. Mighty Max a little bit late there, didn't have the backup. And it's down to Crucial from the car position to try and fend them off towards Long.
Looks like the flash work is better now, right? There were some issues with that from Navi, giving up 2 opening kills out towards Long earlier in the piece. Always a rough one to stomach when you're bombarding so much utility over that wall. Now, they will allow Simple to get in towards Pit, and Crucial mounted up towards the A site, but doesn't want to look for a duel head-to-head, wants to allow them to aggress into his position here. And this is a different look. They've got the long control, they've got the opening kill. Nerds are still going for this mid-aggression, this time without any assistance here.
Same sort of mindset as what we saw before. Dust 2 can be incredibly difficult with a man disadvantage. He's just trying to find any sort of intel or a stray player. And the fact that Someday Young and Simple are still towards Long,
they're not accounting for it.
He might catch them out, Chad. Like, he hasn't got the craziest position right now, but still an interesting one. Now he's starting to actually take care of that. This is a bit of a fake from Someday Young towards A. He's going to send himself up there, Simple to back him up.
I feel like they know it's a fake. They still have 2 players holding B.
Well, even if they go down here, they're not going to rotate in. So Crucial just buying himself some time, and Nerds, he might actually catch Simple here, by the way.
They've just blocked them B at 30 seconds. They're just going to run into the blender, straight through the smoke, straight into Surreal, and the round is done. Nerds onto Simple. SDY was the fake, and he's the last man standing. They're getting owned.
They're getting absolutely wrecked. Like, they just got outplayed. They had the opening pick there as well, Chad. They got the long kill at the start, and it's Nerds who's being the nuisance. He's getting all that information. He's called mid's clear, A's clear, stay in B, and then he actually calls out that fake as well. Catches Simple in the back. They run through the smoke, and Surreal continues this incredible form, spraying 3 down, captures the bomb. This is Nerds in the flank as well, just reading that they'd be up there, and he actually gets that final frag as well. So he gets 2 kills in the mid push.
That's the best round of the series so far. Like, the fact that they're able to piece that one together. Now Navi buying with 2 scouts, a couple of, they're not here today. Everybody gets an off day, but in the EPL groups...
We said we haven't seen any big upsets yet, Chad. I said it in the pre-game. I said we've been itching for one.
Well, the Fnatic NIP game, that was a shocking scoreline.
It was supposed to be the upset, but it turns out it wasn't maybe as much as an upset as we thought.
Apparently, Fnatic are just sick, so...
Well, remember as well, it was Fnatic that took a map off Navi. They took Ancient, so maybe it's just the British mentality. The British in-game leaders know how to
I see.
get
Messi
around
and Max,
That's
they're
what you
sharing
need.
notes.
But here we go. That's a huge grenade, by the way. That's done over 100 damage. And we'll see Simple and Co. just limp their way up towards the A site.
Maybe it will be a 2-0.
Could you imagine? They won't. I don't think Endpoint will do it on overpass from what we've seen so far. So it would have to be a 2-0.
Let's see if Crucial's Orb can... If he gets the first, he's going to get a couple. If he misses the first, which he has, he's going to have to play a very, very retake setup here. So it'd be classic Navi to win another one of these, wouldn't it?
They win these. That's the problem. There are incendiaries, though. Flashbangs. Crucial being tagged, though. You see at Hightail there back towards Long. Oh, Perfecto. This is a scary prospect, isn't it? I feel like he's got maybe 2 kills there. Simple will finish the job off. At least a kill back. Mighty Max opens the door of opportunity here, but can they capitalize upon it? So much damage being inflicted. This is where things get troublesome. They're ducking and weaving. Mighty Max, he has to get this next kill as well. He does. They know he's towards short. Oh, they've done it. I didn't think they had a chance. I thought Navi had that under lock and key.
I can't believe Max has gotten so many kills there as well. He got one of the more important kills onto Simple as part of that trade. Otherwise, the scout could have stayed top of A.
And they're not blowing themselves out by
They're not
overhyping the
screaming,
celebration.
they're not going
They
mental.
know this is a rare opportunity to actually close out a series against the world #1 team. They should focus and just make sure to take every round by round. There's still so much work to do. Sure, you've won the half on the CT side. That's great. But still, you know Navi can do a lot with a little. 4 rounds would be enough for them to still bring this one back.
And another timeout to be called here. This is going to actually be the 3rd timeout called on the Endpoint side of things. So they've actually burned through quite a few to get them to this point. There's only been 1 called from Navi so far. So Blade's probably licking his chops that the fact he can get involved this much. But so far, everybody from Navi is being restrained to under 10 kills. You have 7 for Perfecto and Simple. You have 6 apiece for SDY and Beer, and then bringing up the rear, the birthday boy Electronic with 5. So nobody's finding any traction. Nobody's really getting stuck in and finding those necessary multi-kills to throw these rounds into disarray for Endpoint. And the score is now 8-4, another half that's been won by Endpoint.
Unbelievable scenes.
Really, it is. Everybody for Navi has an opening kill so far, but just 1. There's only 2 players with multi-kills. That's, well, 2 players with multiple multi-kills. Perfecto, Simple. Oh, never mind. SDY.
Forget that.
We'll ditch that stat.
That's a stats man.
That one's just updated.
Chad is just giving bad information. Don't worry. Right then. Huge round. I think every round at this stage is huge, considering the context of the situation.
For Endpoint fans, for sure.
Absolutely. Giving one up will feel like a gut punch. It's been a great run so far. Nerds, oh my god, he's actually wrecked Simple again, Chad. He keeps finding at the start of every round.
And Max has just smoked Pit from long doors again, I believe.
Oh my days.
He smoked mid doors from Pit.
There we go.
The stats and the words at the moment. It's numbers, it's words,
we'll
it's letters.
It you're in uncharted territory right now.
Yeah,
no one's ever seen this before.
The game doesn't make sense. I shouldn't either.
We're all over the place. Never before seen. We're going to see whether we're going to see now whether they can actually hold on to this 5-on-4. And we've got a long stance from Sumdai Young. He hasn't entered the doors yet. His teammates are trundling up towards shore. Perfecto bringing up the rear with the bomb as well. They still have the majority of the grenades, albeit only 2 smokes. And they'll need this to cross. Really do need to stress that again. Crossing with 1, it's not even worth it. Like, it might as well just be 0 at that stage. But this is looking quite nice. Focusing towards the short area. That's a great shot. Mighty Max this time dropped. Crucial has to go for 2. He knows he's lost long. Nails it.
That's huge.
Stay alive now. Oh, go one better and take them all down. A quad kill for Crucial just when they needed to stay alive here. 1 missed shot, Chad. It could have been a very different round indeed. And he steps up, goes above and beyond. After a few whiffs of those B doors, he redeems himself.
That's massive. The individuals are stepping up now when they need them on this Endpoint side. That's such a pressure environment to find yourself in, because as soon as you lose the long anchor, you can no longer play A. He's in limbo. This is the worst position to find yourself. And then he gets to pivot around. This one here is great, right? Ready for the play, but the flick here on the final kill onto Perfecto,
nasty.
That is beautiful. And yeah, you should be getting excited about that one. That is a massive round. Individuals, think about them. We had Max on that half by Eco retake on the side. You had Surreal locking down B with that triple kill just a few rounds ago. Now Crucial's gone and done that. Nerds, you keep highlighting him in the openings. Everything's working for Endpoint, and nothing's working for Navi.
I guess we haven't had the big Kiabi moment yet. He had that amazing 1-dig on Ancient, but yeah, you're absolutely right. 15-7 for Nerds, 16-6 for Crucial. Oh, wow. What a day to be an Endpoint fan.
Well, look, I was reading the notes this morning that they sent us in the emails to say the ramifications of the groups and the different outcomes that could happen. And looking at all those little details, and, you know, Endpoint winning, I don't think that was anywhere on the list. So
yeah, no one even like considered that. So that probably won't happen. They're playing against Navi.
It's on the spreadsheet, but it's not on the TLDRs. You know, so
exactly.
It's going to be curious to have a conversation about how things are starting to unfold after this. What other upsets could we have in store here for the Group A of ESL Pro League Season 16?
Well, it's a battle as old as time itself. Mighty Max versus Navi at Long A. He's done very well. Multiple frags, found a couple of times, and oh my god, he's done it again. opening kill. He loves middle on every map, chat. You'll find him hovering around middle.
He's 4-1 for opening duels now, and in that first map was having a great job in the openings as well.
Effecto has to push out on this one. And my God, Surreal just absolutely wrecks him. And it's still Kiabi. This is his chance now. If he can close this one out with a couple of kills. The shaky spray and the backup. It's a 5-on-1. Some die young with 5 seconds as well. It's all over. He could die after time here if they swing from CT spawn, but I don't think they will. They're getting stomped.
They are. They are. There's not often you see this. And one of the keys that I'm noting here is the fact that they don't feel... Well, they've gone for aggressive maneuvers, right? They were taking the long control early. They've been getting picked off, trying to take space. But Navi, for me, are the team, or one of the teams who always seem to have solutions. And right now, it doesn't feel like they have any solutions at all. Even they're not looking like they're in the right places to take a lot of the fights. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Nerds, but who cares? Who cares? You're winning 10-4.
I assume he's dropped himself an M4 in spawn as well, just to note that, considering they've got...
agile.
Yeah, exactly. But just to change things up, don't hate it.
Look at this.
Hits the shop. Doesn't get the kill, unfortunate that. Great effort though, great confidence.
Oh, okay. So during this, they've actually slipped up catwalk. So that right there could be one of the bigger issues of this round.
He will be mentioning it though, considering his eyes are off it at this point.
True.
He'll be saying like, there's a chance.
Here's the smoke.
Okay.
I guess that allows his B rotators to rotate back across towards the A site if necessary.
Yeah, denies a mid-split, I suppose, but it'd be rare to see one so early. But yeah, you're right.
It's just crazy to not see that used long door, right? All your long anchors love using that long door. They continue to deny this mid to B. So by blocking mid as part of Endpoint's game plan, they're removing the possibilities for these mid to Bs, or even just the pressure. So this is kind of stifling Navi here.
Final round. Sub 1 minute as well. Still a 5-on-5 for now. And like we said, a double orb setup and an aggressive B stance, but no presence there whatsoever. It's going to be crucial once more to be tested. Backed by Mighty Max towards long. And I dare say it will be some sort of an execution here. They've only got 1 smoke remaining, chat, but they have got a lot of talent on this squad. Some of the young is in front of the grenade, but still Mighty Max best him. He can get back up here. He has got to deal with Simple as well, and Crucial looking for the first kill. This time, not going to nail it. Oh, he actually headshot him. How is he not dead?
The massive Goosh. Simple doesn't have head armor here, so the Goosh of the M4 very low. On HP now, yeah, Bit and Simple low. The flash forward line up. Perfecto with 2 kills. They could be turning this one around to get 5 on the way out the door, but this could be Kirby's moment. This could be his time in the sun.
Simple just patrolling the long pits, making sure Mighty Max is contained. This is the kill, though. Very important one. And unfortunately for Kiabi, his teammate goes down. So he has the information. He knows exactly where they are. Simple will just take 1 bullet to take down. He could maybe have an opportunity, but with the AWP up now, go for the defuse. Perfecto will peek him. Bait out the shot. He actually has 1 more chance for this. It's the kill.
Oh, there's no time. I don't think there's time.
There's no time.
Simple's done more than enough here. It's not a pretty clutch, but it's a clutch. That's going to be 5 on the way out the door here for Navi. But Endpoint, story right now of the day. 10 rounds, CT side, Navi's map pick, and they're already in a hole. Navi, they're in trouble.
They really are. And if you want to see how this one concludes, I suggest you don't go anywhere. This is going to be an epic finish. Can Endpoint do it in 2? Find out after the break.
Hey Future Pros! Taking long on Dust 2 is one thing, but getting to the site can be a whole other challenge. With these simple smokes I'll show you, it should be no problem.
You will not live to see the dawn.
aus, was jetzt geil wäre.
McDonald's nach Hause liefern lassen. Jetzt mit McDelivery bestellen.
Lifetime, he is destroyed.
Fond CSGO memories there from Cologne 2015, and a game potentially Navi we might want to forget after this series concludes. We've got a 10-5 start here for Endpoint as they move over to the T side of Dust 2, and they've already managed to win Agent 16-7. That is all correct. I'm not baiting, I'm not trolling. This is all happening live, direct on your screens right now. Chad, do you think they can do it?
Actually, yeah. Let's sign up. I'll be on the Endpoint hype train. Why not? I wasn't expecting an upset today when I got out of bed, but here we are right now. And if another pistol round falls in their favor, so could this map very, very quickly. It's over towards long with 4. Nertz has been an influential factor in opening kills, and he might have an opportunity to find one against Electronic, parked behind the lower dark box.
Oh, it's a dangerous setup, isn't it? The grenade, the dually combo. Oh, Nertz has opened things up again. Sure, he goes down. Simple will get the better of him this point, but still a 4-on-4. They'll take it. And towards long we go. Every single member on this set of map. No smokes to cross, but the P250 to find the shots. And if ever there's a man to connect them, Surreal in this form might be the one. Up against Someday on the bomb site. They'll start to swarm. He has to fall back. He takes a little bit of damage here. Repositions on the corner, but the flashbang, that's what it's designed for. Allow them to get through, and it's that P250 once again that's doing serious work.
What?
They're going for another pistol hit, Chad. Is it 4 for 4?
This is mental. Whatever it is. Simple's scooshed on down now as well. Bit and Simple left in a 2-on-4 situation. The bomb to get planted, the scaling up long, the swarm of T's. It was beautiful. 17 kills for Crucial now. He's having a game alongside of Nertz, who found yet another entry.
Wow.
And they're going to find yet another pistol. This is absurd.
Allegedly. They haven't closed it out just yet, but there's no...
It.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Here, he's called it.
If Graham Pitts said so, then you know that's good enough for me. And yeah, there we go. They'll have to just save the armor. And the Jewel Barrett is a PT-50, not the worst save, I suppose. Definitely justified. But there, you're right. Nertz, once again, just sneaks past and finds that opportune timing. Gets the first kill. Sure, it's traded, but it's discombobulating for the CTs. They're now on the back foot. They're spread thin across the map and then towards long. And I guess when you're crossing with just a pistol, that one flashbang could be enough. Very difficult to hit the heads when you're all jumping across and actually hitting shots as you do it as well. P250 proving to be a very meta pistol in today's game.
Well, they're on the precipice right now of a massive upset here, right? They're just on the cusp of something that I don't think anybody would have expected. This is one of the most unlikely upsets in the entire group.
Absolutely. Remember the odds at the start? Was it like 9 to literally 1.02?
Yeah, like 1.02, something crazy like that. That shot from Crucial was massive onto SDY. He was the only one left to really cause a nuisance. They'll force buy, but here's the thing. The excuse of we lost all the pistols and we lost a couple of clutches is not going to cut it when you had Ancient go against you 16-7 and you're looking to maybe get blown out on Dust 2, your map choice in similar fashion. That excuse, you know, we can have that conversation when the game's close, right? When the swing rounds were pistols and were clutches, but it's not like this.
I understand that conversation, but still, like, to win a pistol is not lucky. It was still a skillful round,
sure.
You know? I don't really get that kind of interaction sometimes. But either way, this still looks dangerous for Endpoint in a sense. They're taking a lot of damage here, but Mighty Max taking care of business, and that should be it done. Electronic had the only chance to cause any damage there, and he finds Nertz, but that's all he'll find.
And it was a force. Yeah. Let's, who we got next again? Were we going to be done in time for lunch? These are all questions that everybody needs to be asking themselves right now.
Bloody hell. This turns the group on its head. This is what I said, Chad. This EPL normally for me is synonymous with upsets.
Yeah.
And I suppose the last couple of seasons have been online, sure. But I would still like to see a few of them, and this completely turns the group on its head. Yeah,
I just kind of feel like I've been slapped around the head right now. It just doesn't feel right at the moment, and it continues to look great for Endpoint. It's tidy stuff. That was a well-rehearsed B execute that they went for, look, on an anti-force. or anti-eco.
Difficult round to win against Navi, especially. They're known for their scouts and pistol combos. Like it's deadly.
I just think that they haven't come today ready to play, right? And I was always talking about this back in the day. One of the things was, look, sure, maybe you go into a match against a lower opponent. This would happen domestically in Australia when we were the top team playing against other teams. And if you don't treat them with some level of respect, or you don't treat them with the fact we want to, push these guys' face into the dirt, and you come in thinking, okay, it's all right, I can give 80% this game. The guy next to me, sitting to my right, sitting to my left, he's going to give 100.
Exactly.
You have a couple of people who come in not there 100% focused, not 100% ready. You find yourself in a scenario like this where it's about to be bloody 13-5. They're on the eco with a couple of nades.
They've got 3 grenades. So hoping to cause some sort of airstrike on the map, and it's towards long. Doesn't really hit the mark though, so the grenade strike, and Surreal still needs to be careful here, I would say. First frag will be his, no problem, taking down Simple. It's always going to be lifting the morale of the squad.
He's looking confident, not caged. I think that's one of the keys here with a lot of the Endpoint players, is they're willing to take these fights, take these duels, and Navi just not ready. Again, they're into the bomb site.
Things are plenty, but no frags found. The MP7 making a rare appearance. Seen it a couple of times this tournament, good to see it back.
Yeah, look, they are absolutely
mauling,
running with this right now. What did I call this? The Maltese mauling, I think this is what it should have been dubbed as, but I didn't think in this fashion. This is astonishing.
Yep. Never in all my years have I seen something like this. Against all the odds.
What an Endpoint,
when everyone thought Endpoint was done.
Here. 37 in the world.
They're all saying it. It's like, oh, let's just get it over with. There's nothing that can be done to give Endpoint a chance here. Well, you're seeing it.
Kevy's going to actually pick up this MP7.
We're going in.
I think they might just do this. Well, they might try mid to B or a similar BXQ as what we saw before. They're very fast down towards lower here, so maybe it's just a fast B split. It is. They have to get past the electronic at doors. They've pumped the brakes here. Maybe the right call.
Perhaps. Yeah, I think they're setting it up right now. There's the molly, or is it just the flash?
Okay, so they've kept 2 bodies focused. It looks like they want to start mounting up the Xbox towards short. They will do exactly that, ushered in by the molly. A couple of jumps not landing, but look, we don't need to talk about the details when they're winning. So they're up, they've got the space they're looking for, and they could just avant-garde execute into the site right here. Simple's here with the AWP, but he's going to have to hit a couple of bangers.
Oh my god, Kiabi had to commit to it because of the Molotov that is his feet, but Crucial be dropped first. Nerds with the reply. There's the MP7. It's still an even situation here, but maybe not for long. Nerds taking a lot of damage through the door there, but somehow survives it. Young, good positioning, lots of damage inflicted. They have the advantage, I would say, and Perfecto, the linchpin of the operation here. He allows one player to get towards lower. Can they take him down? I don't think so. He's going to get a double kill here.
B's open right now. They can run in and plant. They can get the bomb down. Surreal just has to cover the rotation, and both of them need to come through CT spawn. Simple's going to try and get the shot over the top of the smoke. Still worried about somebody in A. Max is B-lining it in right now. Going to jump across, get spotted, and is going to plant the bomb. This one falls to Surreal. Max has done his part.
Surreal, what have you got in store for us here? Not much, it seems. 1 kill would have done it, especially if you could take down Young, leave Simple on the AWP, but now they've both got rifles. This would be astonishing. If Mighty Max even gets close to this... Oh, no way! He almost pulls it off, Chad. He almost pulled it off. The one tap to open things up. And he'll go recover the AWP, but my God, that was close.
Jeez Louise, Max with the tap. That was the way to set himself up for the double kill in the clutch. There is a kit, there is the AWP, the defuse, still plenty of time, but fireworks indeed, and really struggling right now. And Navi, the money in a rough spot, even with the round win. That AWP is going to be a godsend for Simple here.
Yeah, and they've got a ton of cash on the Endpoint side. What a round. Close as you like. Mighty Max delivering the goods here. Surreal, as I said, if he gets 1, I would dare say Max would actually convert that, but still, what a tap this was. Bosh! Opens things up, damage down to Young as well. So close, so unlucky. But 13-6, and a timeout is called. Final timeout for Endpoint, Chad.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they bled through them quite quickly within that first half. So there's not going to be any more opportunities where they get to slow the pace down. They have to hope that Navi and Blade give them those 30-second chitter-chatter moments. So the AWP will be given back to Simple, understandably so. They've been able to bring out 2 Famis's, an M4 and an MP9, so the buy is definitely better overall on the Endpoint side. Utils there, defuse kits for couple of members of Navi.
It's a very difficult round, Chad. The big man himself might be called upon here. Simple with the AWP. He'll need a couple. Nuts doesn't take too much damage there, only 7.
Looks like they want to execute B here, Henry. 4 players in upper dark, very early. It was a long fake.
We have got Perfecto in quite an awkward spot. Bit just trying to get some damage through the smoke and suggests he's only at the back of the side. Don't chill close, lads. You know where I am. And it does seem to be the case. Nerds will join them momentarily. He's in T-spawn right now, just dropping down. I think you're dead on. Full B execution, why not? You might as well try these set pieces out. This is the time to do it. You've got this big lead. Their money is low. Do they have much to hold them off with?
Just this molly, really.
Okay,
so other than that, they should be pretty good to take this site. Here comes the util. Is it a fake, though? They're starting to take mid control during all of this. So the util comes out. Slipping through the mid doors, the timing, it works against Electronic. Runs across, Kirby's going to grab that. 2 players on the side to deal with, but they know Electronic's an A defender. They know he's the rotate player, so they're starting to work over now towards Simple.
It's a bit. He confirms that mid is at least clear for now. Perfecto will join him, but they're walking into the Lion's Den here. Simple with the AWP. They still have smokes here to try and cross over. They need to pray that Simple can only hear 1 or 2 at the very most. So drop one down. There's the first. Kill comes back for Surreal's favor, but still, flashbang's coming through. Huge flag from Crucial. Bit has to find multiple kills, and he can't do it. That's a clean round from Endpoint. Clean as you like. Dynamic as well, Chad. They're reading the game well, and as you said, once they get that kill on Electronic, they realize the floodgates are opening. A is the place to go.
The fact, though, they jump out dry. They jumped out essentially dry from short there against an AWP. They didn't have a flash. They knew they had to do it with the bodies. They drop into spawn, and they just put Navi in the absolute bin. Their money is non-existent right now. This game is in the palm of Endpoint's hand. Look at this. The jump with only the smoke, no flash, down and towards spawn, a massive kill on Perfecto. There's no way pushing through. I cannot believe it.
They're 1 away from series points, and it's an eco, essentially.
The score's 14-6.
And it's a kill for the smoke. Nuts is a man possessed today. This is unbelievable. Great scenes from him. What a showing. And they might just be able to walk into B. There's 1 player there. That's going to be Perfecto. He's got a 5-7, no armor, Chad. If they go in now, there's no backup. There's no cavalry. Simple is starting to make his way over. He's only got the scout, though. How much damage can he realistically do? Smoke down. They've got 1 player to find and secure a series point. That would be enough. And they've done it cleanly. No damage taken so far. That's got to be the save. That saved the scout. That's it.
Look at it run away here. Simple Notes is above them. He's going to punish them. He said, no, no, no. This is our game. You're not holding on to anything. The death drop, the duo of Simple and Electronic falls, and it's just bit. 1 more round for Endpoint to 2-0 Navi here. Mouth agape. Nerd still searching, the opener and the closer. 25 kills to his name, 20 for Crucial, 14 for Surreal and Kirby. And Max, he's got 15 kills. He showed up when the boys have needed him. Some great calls, some fantastic misdirection. And turning the screws on Navi now.
The double smoke spam. You'll love to see it. And the drop down as well. Just a nice frustrating finish there. 4 kills in total. And a timeout called. I guess... What do you say at this point, Blade? Right, lads, well, we do need 9 in a row here. We're not playing very well. They seem unbelievably fired up. But we have got a buy, at least. It took the full eco to allow series point to come in.
And, of course, happy birthday, Electronic. So, yeah.
Good way to celebrate it. That birthday cake won't taste bitter at all, I'm sure. Damn. 9 in a row required. Not impossible, but not likely. Has to be said.
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely. Improbable, I would say.
Well, let's see, because if the climb up this mountain of a comeback is going to start, it has to start here. Simple.
Clean.
Yeah, well, he's up, and he has the AWP, so at least they're just rushing B. They're...
No, they can't. They can't. I was going to say, it looked like they were doing the twinkle toes at the front. Like,
I do love the uppercut attempt.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how you kind of throw games. You go, should we just do a B rush? And then it all falls apart. No, why did we do that? So maybe it's for the best, but still Nerds will finally be silenced at the start of a round. 121 ADR.
Having a game.
Yep.
Lots of utility left over, even though they did lose the opening exchange. They're aware now that the AWP is on the board, and that's something that they'll have to keep in mind as they quietly slink their way back up mid. They don't have any long control. They know that the AWP was short. The best they have to boast right now is the T-side mid corridor and the upper tunnels. Max trying to look a little bit bigger than he is, just denying these close corners with some util, baiting out whatever residual remains, a smoke over the top to hopefully draw a bit of a rotation. All about misdirection in a lot of Max calls here, and they have been able to make their way out long. It's SDY, can't get it done. Kirby, huge kill, levels things up, 4v4 in 44 seconds. 0
grenades really for Navi. They've got 2 flashbangs. So Electronic knows he has to be active here. Needs to find a kill in their favor. Kirby, 50 HP.
He wins this fight, it's probably the round.
Yeah, Electronic edging closer and closer. Knows he needs information, needs to confirm whether this is clear or not. Simple though, looks like he's poised. A flashbang will come over, there's the kill. He can now back Simple up, but there's one player that's already, a missed shot. An entry point here, we're not done just yet, a couple of them. But surely they will go down swinging at this point because they haven't really been able to capitalize on those missed shots whatsoever. So there it is, a pretty clean round there from Navi. Nice to see that. Now just 8 in a row required, and the money will still be fine for Endpoint. They've got a couple of buys left. Kiabi has $11,500.
Yeah, I think here, because they probably have another buy in this round and then one into the next, an aggressive maneuver doesn't just have to be an all-out rush, right? We're past that stage of Counter-Strike, but something that has a bit more pep in the step to maybe catch Navi off guard, or one of those pocket strats, those geeky executes that we know every team needs to have in their back pocket. I like this teamwork here. Perfecto couldn't get up there in time, so they tossed him an AK. That was very kind of them.
Oh, Surreal. He's not undetected, but he is alive for now. Trying to suggest his teammates are with him. Down he goes. Stuck in a very difficult position there. Once they spotted him, it was pretty much game over. Nerds, though. Oof, needs to be careful. The bullets spam. At least eludes his body. So he's still healthy. Round not over just yet.
Well, this is where it might get very difficult to watch if you are an Endpoint fan at home. Just how many rounds it might take for them to secure it.
You're definitely right. This is going to be one of those moments when they hit the double digits and you start sitting down again. Things go a bit quieter.
But it'll be more exciting if they win the game in a close fashion. So let's draw it all the way back to 15-14.
I don't want to think what would happen if we get to overtime. I don't want to see a
absolute scenes.
Heartbreak for a nation. So, long flash delivered by Crucial here. They're up against SDY in the pit. Simple, though, backing him up momentarily. Here comes the flash. Hoping it'll be enough to avert his gaze. 40 seconds, I assume, is being thrown on. Not quite. Here we go.
Oh, oopsie daisies.
That will do.
I don't think the second one even went over the wall either. It doesn't matter. Nerd still gets the kill. The flash is there, all for show.
3 on 3.
Max is here to put on a show. This is a chance. Kirby now on the rotation. Has to stop both of these. Just has one more to deal with right now. A 3-on-2 situation for Endpoint, and Kirby trying to scamper back. Can't win the battle. Perfecto's going to get it. An Electronic from the top of the site. He has to stand tall. He has to deliver both kills. Crucial's low. The orb is gone. And Navi will stay alive.
So close yet so far. Kiabi there, if he somehow scampers away and they can delay things, I think he definitely had the option to stay with the fight 1 second too long and get spammed down through the doors. Grey hole towards the end, double kill. Once the orb shot missed, Crucial was done for. And one last buy here is the replay. Moments of brilliance for sure.
Don't
to be
do
fair,
it this, guys.
I will say, just because it was a completely dry pick, he wasn't expecting it, I'll say that much.
Yeah, exactly.
So if anything, it might have actually led to that kill.
That's why Nerds got the kill, guys.
It might actually be, I don't know. Because if he got flashed, he'd presumably fall off the angle, they wouldn't get the frag. So, who knows?
Thank Crucial for that one, everybody.
It was all by design.
Well, the cash now, a little bit more limited for Endpoint if they do find their way into round 25. Lost bonus, that's a positive. It is starting to build, but they will have to stomach a bit of a partial into the next. This is their last real crack to get it done before Navi reach double digits. Hinge Smoke with the swift backwards jump away. Essential these days. As soon as they hear that ping get pulled,
that's famine.
They love it. But they're getting so much respect. They're getting so much map control. You may just want to finish this with a standard A execute, right? They still have a couple of smokes left. One on Kirby, one on Crucial.
Simple's missing a few shots on that side as well. It's not like he's lights out at this point. Back towards B, we creep though. Now it's towards top and middle. They are left with 2 smokes and a couple of flashes, 2 Molotovs as well. In terms of the B defense, we've got Perfecto there. Still with his smoke.
They have so many nades though between Bit and Perfecto. With 40 seconds left, they could smoke one now and there's no way in. Yeah, there's no way in because they can re-smoke this. So if Max thinks they can wait this out and then go, they're going to find themselves up a creek without a paddle. They actually, I know this sounds like the worst option, but should probably save.
I see what you're saying. That next smoke is going to come in.
They
There it
should
is.
save. Like,
It's a deep smoke at least, though.
it doesn't matter.
It's a deep smoke, Chad. And it might be enough, you know. There's actually a couple of entries here. Perfecto will need at least one more kill. He's probably going to get it. The low HP there, and Surreal. Oh, he hits it. Okay, 5 seconds to plant. Who's got the bomb?
Oh, they're going to get it down. They're not going to get it down. There's no time. The round's been won. They jumped on his head. He couldn't get the plant. He went to jump behind the toolbox. I think he jumped on his teammate's head and couldn't plant at 4 seconds.
I think you're right. We saw in the smoke. He's got the bomb out. Why is it not going down? And he was on top of his head. Can we get a replay and just confirm that? But I think you're dead on in all the chaos. The frantic plan had to come through. Like we said, the clock was incredibly low. They did everything, Chad. Definitely didn't have to save, just had the plan.
So Surreal has the bomb jumping in.
Yep.
Oh, no!
That's unbelievable. If that's the way this goes down.
Oh!
And they just killed Simple as well. They would have planted no problem.
Oh!
They're eco now. Oh, are they?
That's the save guns.
Sorry, yes, they did save a gun. Okay.
Oh, I cannot believe that.
That's the way it goes down, Chad. What can you say?
Not a lot. Some would say nothing. That right? Oh, Lord.
I've never seen that before, where you've landed on your teammate's head and you can't plant. I don't think that's ever been in the history books.
Okay, well, wilder things have happened. Let's see how the Kirby AWP wants to greet the server for round.
Jumped on his head and couldn't plant.
Yeah.
When they had all the advantages to close things out, this is where you need to hold your nerve. They've got no timeouts remaining. They'll be frustrated at that one. They still have the upper hand for sure. One round would do it, but I doubt it's going to be this one. It's Kiabi with the AWP. And not for long. He'll be giving that one over to Simple. It looks like he's got a bit of a shooting gallery at this point, but how did he get away with that one? Down to 19 points of health.
Still alive.
Yeah, definitely should have traded that, but not meant to be. Crucial given the sniper. We do have the big man nerds, though.
Oh, nice little clear from
He
him.
doesn't miss those, Chad.
Yeah, well, that's a big kill on SDY. There's
flash.
pressure now. Bounce the flash on the back of the wall, step out. Nerds can't get anything more done, but here comes the AWP. Crucial, ready for it. Should expect another player close. News the electronic was here as well, and Mighty Max hot on his tails. Time's the problem again, though.
Yeah, they just have to go for it.
Well, that was quick. Oh.
I was about to say, oh, they won't screw this up. This will be really clean. And I don't think it would have been the savior of the round, but still, not great to see it go down like that. But double digits, Chad. This is what I'm saying. Everyone sat back down on their chairs now.
Watch this. This will look hilarious from this POV.
Bump. Did what they could.
Yeah, they gave it a crack. So I think...
He's still got a bit of a bunny hop off there, but...
Yeah. This is that replay again. So jumping. Oh, no.
Anywhere else would have done. Anywhere else, jumping to the left.
And you know why Crucial's going there as well, right? He wants to defend doors and window with the AWP, a good pivot
prime
point.
spot to do so, right? So they've got long control this time, Chad. That's something. But of course, this is a different setup from Navi. They're allowing it. So you'll assume they'll be active somewhere else. Bit touchy in towards lower B. They'll control short. So just a different setup. You're boosted up to assist Bit, I assume. Take that first contact. He can maybe reposition considering they've got that. We'll see whether he wants to push further or fall back through the doors.
Now, one of the key rounds that Endpoint ended up winning over on Ancient was a round where Bit pushed A main. Surreal had a Galil that was saved and killed him, and they picked up the AK. So Bit in an aggressive position again, and Surreal with a Galil. Those are the only two similarities. I thought I'd bring you all. But if that strikes, we know that's the recipe. Let's see. Bit, only 9 kills to his name. Not the noisiest of games for the young lad.
Does he explore any further than the steps? Might be good to do so. Oh dear.
B's open. Everybody else is on A. They have to start rotating now. The door smoke's in the air. They're going to be into the site here, Henry.
Oh dear, oh dear. The big bad wolf is at the door though, Chad. Simple. He arrives. Climbing through the window instead. Nails the first headshot. Going for a second here. Spots and goes down. Crucial. Dismantles the defense there. 30 seconds this time at 3 versus 2. They can stay calm. Nerds is patrolling towards middle. The bomb on the back of Kiabi. Incendiary to delay. Can they get the plant down here? Don't take any damage, Kiabi. Let's just get the C4 planted, shall we? Nerds, they need him to step up here. Time is of the essence, and here comes the plant. Now, that's the cue for Nerds to come around, I would say. That's got to be it. lads, what are you up to? Where's
Swipe the doors.
Nerds?
They weren't ready for this. Nerds comes
He's done
down.
it.
He gets it done. 29 kills for Nerds. It's not pretty, but it's a 16-10 victory for Endpoint. 2-0 over Navi. A huge upset here to start the day for ESL Pro League.
No one thought they had a chance. People thought they wouldn't even get a couple of rounds against this team. They've come in and 2-0, the #1 squad in the world right now. The world needs to start paying attention to Endpoint. They've got some great players in there, and when the stars align for them, they can be a deadly force. That's an amazing result, an absolute barn burner of a game. We'll take a break and be back with the desk.
Weißt du, was jetzt geil wäre?
McDonald's nach Hause liefern lassen. Jetzt mit McDelivery bestellen.
Oh boy, some of your skins have been lost today. Guaranteed, as you did not expect Navi to lose this one. You definitely didn't expect them to lose it in 2. And in the fashion they did, Endpoint have found victory over Nodus, Vincere. In our words, we will be eating them for lunch, surely.
If they play the 100th time. Man,
yeah,
it's almost as if we do have control over this thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, the simulation is one thing, but the analyst jinx, what would we call it?
We didn't bring our robes this time around, but the curse is still on.
Yeah, there's definitely something doesn't make sense. And I did check, it is Friday, but it's not the 13th. So Kassad, explain to me what we just watched.
I don't even know myself. It's so surprising that it caught me off guard completely. But overall, I mean, Endpoint showed up today. Navi didn't. It looked like Endpoint was Navi of today's match, kind of.
Yeah, it looked like, if you took the names off of the teams and you just played it without it, you would say, oh yeah, this is Navi just beating down on Endpoint 2-0, right? But it was the other way around. Yeah. The chances were slim to none, but there was some great CS being played in their Trace, and I think the most important thing was Endpoint played with a lot of cojones, right?
A lot of cojones.
This group wide open.
And we have a couple of examples for exactly that, if you want to jump into it.
There we go. Yeah, I got you.
Here's round number 9. It opens up. Navi had a couple of good long spawns, so it opens up with Perfecto with the first spawn. Clean entry kill, right? So what happens after that? Pay attention here to Kirby and Nerds. These are the B players, right? So they immediately react by pushing up mid. You can see Navi is still trying to clear long. This is how it looks from Nerds' POV, right? It's still 1:25 on the clock, so still very early on in the round, right? He has a great reaction, gets the bomb as well, so he sees him falling back. Now he thinks, okay, it can be a couple of things that Navi is trying to do. And here, once we switch back to the minimap after the kill, you can see you have Bit over towards the B side, waiting for some push. And Navi is a little bit lost at this point, right? It was a little bit unexpected for them to have to deal with this. Kirby is pushing lower B, and Navi is now just funneled into going towards long, and you'll see how it all works out in the end for Endpoint, right? They're ready, they have all the information, they get some good kills. They were on point individually here, Trace, right? So
yeah.
Just a couple of rounds after that, if we're gonna keep going with this, you look at round 11, another long spawn for Navi, similar situation, right? Some early utility being thrown, another entry kill. Like, this wasn't a problem for Navi. In some of these rounds, they were getting openings, right? And here's your danger man. Again, Nerds pushing, getting the information. If we go back to this sort of point of view, right, you're gonna see the same thing happen. Look at him. Again, he's here. He has the info, right? Kirby is a little bit more behind now, trying to support him a little bit. And Navi, pay attention to what they're doing. They have 2 players on long, throwing utility right now, but the brunt of the attack is for B. So now they want to try to add an extra layer to it. They want to add the fake, but it doesn't really work out because of all the information that Nerds has. They know, you can see him clearing top mid, clearing outside long, has the info. That's why there's 2 players on B. That's why they throw the smoke right now. They understand that Navi thinking, okay, this is probably just one guy here. We have to go through the smoke. We'll just get the trade. But they get completely dismantled, and Endpoint just being one step ahead this whole time.
Wild.
Well, yeah, much like short people with umbrellas, what caught my eye here was the fact that Navi was undecisive. Was undecisive in this round, so they didn't,
like a blind man,
yeah. And in the second round, they had the plan to execute what they wanted, but it was too late. The reactions from Nerds and Endpoint were quite on point, right? And they were like completely normal. After that, I wanted to see Navi more decisive in the second part of those rounds.
But surely there was some entertainment aspect and value in watching Nerds play. Like, surely. Like, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, the guy is obviously talented. I mean, we saw it yesterday, we saw it today, and like I said, again, doing something like this, putting numbers like that against Navi, it's amazing to see, and another talent that we kind of get to see in this format of an event like this.
And also crucial on the op, had some good rounds like we just saw here, the 4K Mighty Max. We saw him on a couple of clutches so far in the tournament, but he had his moments too. Just the whole team really stepped it up.
Yeah, you've got to give a hats off over there to the side of Endpoint, doing what was basically the impossible today. They did that. They came in here, and it's got to feel good, even if this is the only dub they get here in Pro League.
Oh yeah, I mean, man, you're beating the #1 ranked team in the world now, if you want to look at it like that. I mean, whether it's Navi or FaZe, doesn't matter. These are the 2 best teams in the world, and taking it. I can't remember the last time Navi was beaten this convincingly. I just can't. On the top of my head, I would really have to.
This is also
to look at it on LAN as well. Like it's just crazy how big of a win Endpoint got here, and Nerds especially has been a revelation. Not just his skill, but the way he's playing with a lot of confidence and no fear.
And that was the word I was looking for, Nerds, because we've got him for a winner interview.
Got him.
Got him.
Most of us did not believe in them, but they managed to do a miracle. Endpoint won against Navi, a score of 2-0. Nerds, congratulations. I mean, this probably comes as a surprise to many of us, maybe even to you, because I had an interview with Reg and he was like, yeah, it's gonna be 2-0, and probably he was kind of implying that Navi will win, but in the end of the day, you guys won. Do you think that Navi maybe underestimated you?
I think maybe the start of the game in Ancient, they underestimated us. We punished them on middle. We kinda, I understand like how they played on middle. And I think like in the second game, they played 100% of the 100%.
Well, we have not seen you play on Ancient against Vitality because like that's the map that they ban. Chopper actually complimented your team on your T side on Ancient side, like you are actually really good. And today you showed the same thing against Navi. How did you manage to get your T side on such level? Like what kind of demos are you watching and what kind of players are you following?
I'm actually about Regin always telling to us that don't watch any players. Play yourself, like think about it, let's talk about it as a team. We have like maybe someone has ideas and bring like from another demos, but Chopper, by the way, is a player insane. I think they read us every time what we are doing on Ancient, but at least we won the duels that we wanted to in this game.
And when it comes to your whole team, Regin is the one who is like the loudest one. He's like running behind, yelling, and the whole team is like, yeah, like, sometimes you smile, sometimes you laugh. When are you going to join Regin like in the yelling part?
I don't agree with you. It's not only Regin. It's me. I'm, as you say, like as you hear me, guys. I don't have a voice. I'm shouting a lot, and not every player doing it. It's fine. It's fine.
Awesome. Then one more time, congratulations, and thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys probably still feeling a little bit of that jitter from what was trying to close the game out. It did become very, very interesting there towards the end, Kassad.
No, the thing is, like, the thing is, like, even if they qualify or not outside of this group, I think right now this is a big win for them. I think it's going to be a massive step in getting into the next level of the tier of the CS they're playing right now, and a big props for a guy like Nerds to deliver something like this today, and they proved us all wrong.
And Yanko, with a win like this for Endpoint, right? Chances of making it to playoffs, few and far, that's a bit slim. But obviously, what does this do to the group later?
Nothing. This changes absolutely nothing, because it would change things in case there were potential tiebreakers, right? Between Navi and Endpoint, the same thing. But if Navi is 4-1 with someone else, or then they're still on top. Sure, if they still lose to someone, I mean, if they play like today, they're definitely beatable, right? But if you look at the grand scheme of things, I think Endpoint are not going to get many more wins. So it would help them if somehow Endpoint and Navi are in a sort of a triangle, right, in a tiebreaker. Like then it would mean something, but I don't think so. It means a lot for Endpoint as a team, simply because you've proved to yourself that you can play on this level, right? On a good day, you can humiliate someone like Navi, right? Who was admittedly probably playing their worst Counter-Strike in a very long time. But still, those
second map should have been single digit as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think for them, it's just a proof of concept of sorts to say, hey guys, let's just keep at it. Let's keep grinding. We're doing some things right. They could have easily won the game yesterday against Spirit. That could have been their series, so they could have been in a position where they're 2-1 after first 3 days of play.
Yeah, and speaking of Team Spirit, that's who we've got coming up next, right here at Pro League Season 16. We go to a break so that we can get these teams situated. NIP, the Ninjas in Pajamas, versus Team Spirit when we return. You're watching ESL Pro League Season 16.
Love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Looking to get more out of your CSGO fan experience? Introducing CSGO Bingo, event pick'ems, and fan club showdown. Claim free bingo cards to win amazing prizes. Predict the winners of ESL events with pick'ems for prizes and glory. Show your favorite team you're the biggest fan by winning matches in the Fan Club Showdown. Check out csgohub.com today to take part in all of these and more.
Hey Future Pros! I have a quick and easy B-side door smoke on Dust 2 for you, so listen up. To throw the smoke, position yourself next to this big stone beam. Crouch down and aim within the gap in the sky. Then stand and throw the smoke. Super easy, super effective, should help you get into B.
It's hard to imagine the playoffs in Cologne without Natus Vincere, and 2018 was no different. However, it wasn't just Navi making it to the grand final that made that year in the Cathedral of Counter-Strike special. The German team big and their almost miraculous run throughout the whole tournament made Navi the antagonists of the event, and some fans will say it's a shame that Big Cinderella story didn't receive a happy ending. Big may have leveled the scoreline by taking Dust 2.
Guppy left nothing to be desired. Knew that there was a possibility a player would turn around and check it. Zeus tries to hold off. They knew he'd gone into the corner. They find him. Edwards in the sight, but they already pushed back through tunnels. Tizian gets the shot.
But Navi's Electronic became a herald of what was soon to come.
Great mid-round calls. Now it's on to Electronic trying to isolate. Here we go. They completely surround him. How the hell do you turn that around?
To do nothing about this. What?
Oh, he reads it. He reads it. And an arc. A power surge right through two.
What the hell just happened there?
This is one of the premier events, not only in CSGO, but in esports as far as I'm concerned. We're getting 13,000 fans screaming their heads off here in an arena, watching CS, and just we're all feeling it together, right? You just cannot help but ride that energy wave that just goes pounding through Lanxess every time.
Every second feels like an hour right now, but once the game goes live, you know that that's where the wear and tear is going to begin.
The stage is set, the players are ready, and we have an incredible game on our hands. Two players in very different spots, and they need success from Flamey, and they don't get it. Simple as that. Seized. Gonna fall as well. Apex turreting around. Guardian gets in on it. Two big kills. Oh, and the third Sublime. Simple puts the first nail in the coffin, and it's Navi through to the semi-finals. Outstanding performance.
There's the first shot. There's the second. He has the kit, and there's the triple kill clutch.
I'll kill you quickly. You will not live to see the dawn.
Eine Versicherung zu haben, ist wie schwimmen können. Mit guter Vorbereitung kann man sich in alles stürzen, was das Leben so bietet.
Weißt du, was jetzt geil wäre? McDonald's nach Hause liefern lassen. Jetzt mit McDelivery bestellen.
Goes down. Want to get the flick anyway. Taking down Skadoodle. Shroud gets one. Guardian with another kill. Automatic coming in from the other angle. Looking for the shot. And Guardian! Shroud with one. A second headshot. A third headshot. Oh my god! What a flick coming in. Shroud getting one another headshot. He's tapping away. Shroud. He's up to 11 kills and looking for number 12. Can anyone take this man down? It's all on Skadoodle. He gets one, gets the next as well. How can it be real? Cloud9 are in the grand finals of ESL 1 Cologne 2017.
Fur being aggressive, but he's got chances to fall back. Oh, wow. Fur is so on point, and that's got to be so frightening. He continues it.
The strike comes in for Rain! Oh! It's like nothing else. 3 kills that no one could provide but him in this moment. One man stands between SK Gaming playing in those finals. He will not relent. He will not quit. He fights so hard. Another kill for Rain, but 3 more. Is it even possible? No! Cold Sarah removing Rain from the battlefield and putting SK Gaming into the finals of ESL 1 Cologne.
Something quite magical about this venue, isn't there? It's going to be exciting, exhilarating, and hopefully we do see some of those epic plays we saw in the semi-finals and the quarters.
Cold's just fighting at this point to try and salvage the round. There's no way Plant is in mind. It's all about kills. It's a 1 versus 2. Knows one's close as well based on the nade. Doesn't really have the range. The CZ has the accuracy. Oh, Cold Zero! What a way to start off! 3 versus 3. The difference? Stewie again finds another kill. Stewie's had enough of it. He's gonna fight. Stewart with the ace. Cloud9 needed it now more than ever. Oh my god, automatic! Another! And they win the round off that! You have to be kidding me! That is the most insane round! They will continue to push SK back off the old bomb train as for execute Skadoodle, and then gives up the site for Fur. Oh my god! Fur, 5 kills, an ace to start it off. Brilliant from him. Fallen, it's 2 on the AWP, it's carried over in Cole. Fallen's got a 3rd, and this is how you do it, that's how you win it.
Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
So you're supposed to taunt so I can hear you, yeah? Yeah.
What are we watching, Harry?
I'm scared. Bye. What the f? I don't want this. I press change model. Or I'm confused. What the fast are you? I couldn't change. Oh my god. Patrick. Why am I so slow? I'm so slow. It's coming. Oh, dude is about to die. What do you mean he's coming? Oh.
Push, that's 1, that's 2. Oh my god!
You're so dead. What do you mean? Well, you can knife.
You're stuck with me.
No. What are you doing, Nico?
I got stuck as this. Oh, this one was not even better. What the f?
Oh my god.
What the? Okej.
Det är så bugg!
Vad är det här? Jag blev stuck, mannen. You have one chance, dude. I need like 15 seconds. Time's up, oh boy. Hey. Did you shit?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, that's a rock. That's a rock on the box.
Wait. You see, look. Who's this with me? When I move, do I go invisible?
Yeah.
I'm just going around invisible. I'm here.
Do the noise.
I'm here. Oh my god. I'm here. I'm gonna show where Fred is.
Asshole. 40 seconds.
But this is cheating, man. Okay. I'm right here.
Hello there.
You can kill me.
Hello there.
I hit you.
Behind you. Hello there. Oh,
I hit you so many times. Hello.
Yeah, yes. 100 HP.
Whoa!
You can heal. Hello there. Behind you. Hello there. Oh, he's low. Oh, behind you.
Oh, this is cheating, man.
Mann, ich wünschte, ich hätte meine Kräfte noch.
DC Super Pets.
Weißt du, was jetzt geil wäre? McDonald's nach Hause liefern lassen. Jetzt mit McDelivery bestellen.
making them wish they were you. We've heard the most when it comes to this. Yeah, every shade of blue, but don't even care what they all say. They think we're out of control. Yeah, truth be told, we know it. It's just the way we live. We own it. 'Cause that we love the thrill. We know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. Just the way we live.
I'll kill you quickly. You will not live to see the dawn.
Hey, flies kid anyone seen. Soon as I step on the scene. Hey, no, you can't be on the team. Please don't intervene. Hey, I live my life on a chase. I'm about to reach a new speed.
We're grown-up kids. Look into my face. Tell me now why you want to wait. Running out of words you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. Take me down. tree and stay. Where you see me coming, better run for cover. 'Cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. So meet the monster, I came to conquer. Smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet. Forget all of my fears, 'cause I know my destiny. I feel a champion waking inside of me. It's set in motion, the legend's begun. This is my moment. Can't break my focus, know where I'm going. This is my moment.
long ago. And I told me, do you know? I told me, do you know? All alone in your head, but you don't have to pretend that you will make a change. 'Cause you don't wanna change. I'm gonna be real honest this time. I'm okay with it, I am more than fine. I'm gonna roll all less red dice now. Tell me I won't get out. Tell me I won't get
never die. Fighting as we push through the darkest times. I'll be there by your side. We arise when everything's breaking. Our souls will awaken. Our spirits never die. At the end of the line, the trust in our hearts beating louder. Under darkened skies we await, bound to each other. But our spirits never die. Fighting as we push through the darkest times. I'll be there by your side.
Spirits Never Die goes one of the core pieces of music for us at ESL Pro League Season 16, and we are about to find out if that is true when Team Spirit square off against Ninjas in Pajamas. Before we get into that, though, I think we have to address the elephant in the room. Endpoint beating out Navi 2-0. Trace, Cassard, and YNK led you through that one. Now I'm taking over. My name is Parla, and I'm joined by the wonderful and talented Blair and Maui Snake. What a result for Endpoint.
We were all expecting a 2-0, Maui. We were all expecting a 2-0.
We weren't expecting a win, let alone a 2-0.
No, we were expecting a 2-0.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But not the way it transpired. That is the biggest upset thus far. I think I've seen this entire year. It was on LAN. It was a best of 3. It was against a Navi looking fantastic, except not today.
I would say that this is the biggest possible upset that could have happened in the groups. If you look at all of the possible matchups, who is the lowest ranked team, who is the highest ranked team, that was it right there. And so for Endpoint, they've got to be pretty happy about that. They've still got a ways to go if they want to actually make it out of the groups. But Navi got to look back at themselves right now and wonder, how do we let this slip?
It wasn't just a slip. It is the worst loss Navi have had ever since they picked up Bit.
What does that mean? I'm curious what that meant.
It just like it's in 2 maps and the score lines. They just didn't win enough rounds.
Scoreline.
Yeah.
Oh, scoreline. Wow. Oh.
Guys,
and also the team that lost
I
against.
think the best way to sum this up is saying that ESL Pro League, life here can be crazy, even for us at the night shift. You know, what I've enjoyed since coming back here to Katowice is, drum roll please, the famous rice of Katowice. All right, let me tell a little story to everybody at home, yeah? Myself, Blair, and Maui, last season, we found a spot in the mall nearby, and this rice kept me going. This was the fuel to my fire of ESL Pro League. Blair, Maui, you've tried it yourselves. Tell the audience at home how amazing it is.
It's great. It's great, man.
It's
like you know,
rice.
like spicy stuff. I went to this guy, I'm like, make it spicier. He looks at me. It's like, I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. Just gives me a bowl of chili powder. Literally a bowl of chili powder. I'm like, you know what? That works. Just sprinkled it. It was great.
I like that when we actually went to the mall again, the same guy was working there, and he's like, he just did I did one of these to him.
Yeah, and
he knew.
Maui, we actually have a video from the mall of my first time trying let's get it trending, hashtag, the famous rice of Katowice for the first time again in 4 months. That's me.
That's you.
Is this 4 months ago or was it yesterday?
No, so this was 2 days or 3 days ago.
Sure.
That's me giving it a sniff.
More spice next time. I don't remember how you used to get it. But you can see all the red flakes. Yeah.
Maui giving some running commentary as well. And that's the first bite. Look at my face.
Oh, look at that.
So,
look at the face, though.
Look at the smile.
I just need everybody to be sure to tune in to the beginning of every night shift for our vlogging adventures.
Yeah, exactly. You know, myself, Blair, and Maui here at the night shift, we're going to be trying to show you guys what we get up to behind the scenes, any random content that we film to set the tone and vibe before we get into the serious Counter-Strike. And as you can see, yeah, I really love that rice. I do, don't I, Maui?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is your biggest joy, in fact, of the city. I think that there's a few things in the city that strike a lot of different people. I think the Spodek is a big memory for a lot of people, but yours is the Zentai rice.
It is.
Shout out Zentai.
Rice.
Shout out Zentai.
Shout out Zentai.
Just quickly, Maui, can you lift your leg up? Lift Your Leg Up for Detroit, however that song goes. A very special day for him and Chad. It's No Pants Friday.
It's No Pants
He
Friday.
lost his pants.
No, I lost my pants, actually.
Yeah,
I literally lost my pants.
At a McDonald's last night.
I'll tell you what, let's not elaborate on that further. Let's save the punchline for how you lost your pants and get into this first matchup. Well, second matchup of the day. Our first is the night shift of the afternoon and evening. It's NIP versus Spirit. Let's look at Spirit's Day 2 performance and run everybody through at home what's happened so far.
Spirit have had a look. Yesterday was a very, very, very close affair, right? But everyone did manage to step up. They managed to close it out. And with the context we have of Endpoint beating Navi today, yesterday's result seems a little bit nice.
It's actually a game of rock, paper, scissors. Navi has beaten Spirit, Spirit has beaten Endpoint, and now Endpoint has beaten Navi. That's why Counter-Strike's such a beautiful game. It's all about matchups. It's all about which team can take each other down. No, I actually think that if we're being serious here, this Spirit team has shown that they're one that's still to be reckoned with, even though they lost Dexter, such a monumental player, such a guy that really took the scene by storm in the last couple of years. They still have people who are firing, and you got to look at people like Magix, who's been on this roster for a while, but I think Patsy has caught the attention of so many people, especially since that recent major.
And the crazy thing about Patsy is like we keep talking about his opening attempts and how much success he finds, and we're like, at some point, this can't continue, right? I'm looking at the stats right now. They've played quite a number of maps already here. He has 34% attempts at openings, again, with almost 60% success. The fact that he's able to come out on top time and time and time again, this is almost Yakinder level of success. Maybe not a level of Yakinder quite yet, but the fact that he's still finding all this impact and now being ably supported by Magix, as we saw right now. And of course, wonderful, coming into some very massive shoes to fill, but still delivering with the AWP. They're looking pretty solid here.
Are these the two players that need to take over to guarantee a win for Spirit, or are there other win conditions?
Three. Wonderful Magix and Patsy right now, in the 5 maps that they played, all have the exact same rating, and they're showing that it doesn't really matter if it's one guy. It doesn't need to be one guy for Spirit. It's a group effort, and Chopper's actually put together a style that actually really emphasizes the strengths of these guys. And we haven't even really talked about Siren. He's a guy that I've also really liked for this team too. When they played against Endpoint, he was always on these lurks, just finding these little gaps, these little openings that makes it so much easier for Chopper and the rest of the guys to mid-round.
Guys, let's turn our attention to NIP. So far, having a terrible start to ESL Pro League Season 16, right at the bottom of Group A.
Look, here's the thing, right? The 0-2 loss of Vitality yesterday. Vitality were clearly the better team. There were some signs of life, though. They were able to make at least one of those maps pretty close until Vitality eventually closed it out. The loss of Fnatic as well. Again, right, there is a caveat. The Fnatic have also looked really, really good right now. This guy, though, rough day on day one yesterday, but on day one, but yesterday he did manage to deliver. Still not quite enough.
Yeah, Maui, is this going to be important for the Ninjas? Seeing even more improvement from Hampus, who we saw had a rough day on day 1 and a slight improvement on day 2. Here in day 3, does he need to come out firing?
If Hampus doesn't improve from even what he did on day 2, then NIP are going to be playing the game 4 on 5, because he's so frequently involved in the opening duels. If he's just a guy that's throwing his life away,